Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to finally be uploading this crochet tutorial for you guys. So I just came up with this pattern yesterday and thought it would be a great way to kick off my channel. So to start, you'll need your yarn of choice. I'm currently using Red Heart brand yarn in the color of white, as well as a green acrylic yarn I had lying around, a 5mm hook, which is in H and US terms, a yarn needle to sew in your ends, measuring tape, and scissors. That being said, this is my original pattern for a Crochet Mini-Bodycon skirt. I thought it was very cute and should be beginner friendly. As you can see, I've already started what's going to be the waistband of my bodycon skirt. To do that, I first measured my waist all the way around. When you have the measurement that you need, you're going to make a slip knot, chain up 8, skip the first 2 stitches, and double crochet into the 3rd stitch from the hook. Then double crochet across, and when you reach the end of your row, chain 2, turn your work, and continue to do your double crochet across the rows until you have the length you need. So right now I'm just measuring my waistband as it is, showing you guys how I'm doing it, starting with the inches, going all the way from the first to, I think I'm doing about 30 inches, so yeah. I'm a size small to medium, so I'm making my waistband about 30 inches across. If you're my size, you can just follow along with what I'm doing. And as for that, I'll be continuing my double crochet across each row until I get the length needed for my waistband. So I'm just continuing my double crochet all the way across and turning my work, making sure I chain 2 and double crochet in the chain 2 space from the previous row so that it stays even. Yeah, this pattern was pretty much me winging it. I saw a lot of inspiration from the Sun Clan group I follow on Facebook. Those ladies are awesome. But yeah, we'll continue the pattern. This is going to be the pattern for your waistband, so you're going to continue this until you have the length you need. It took me a while to edit this video because, like I said, it was my very first ever uploading a video on YouTube or editing any video. I've done PowerPoint before and I'm certified for that, so I was confident in figuring it out, which I did. I hope you guys enjoy the little bit that I was able to do. Hopefully I'll be able to just learn more as I go. Yeah. So just continue double crocheting until you have the length you need. Like I said, mine is going to be around 30 inches, so it'll take a bit, but the skirt is so cute, you guys. It's so worth it. So here I'm just putting it together, seeing how big it would be around my waist, just eyeballing it, and seeing how far I have left to go, which I still have a little bit to go. So I'm gonna continue my double crochet rows and meet you back here. So I'm coming up on the end of my waistband, and I'm just going to do a couple more rows just to ensure that it's fit enough for me. Like I said, 30 inches. I am going to measure it now with the measuring tape, and my measuring tape only goes up to 25, so I also have to measure an additional 5. Now I'm going to take both ends of your double crochet rows and slip stitch single crochet them together. To do that, you just go through both loops, which is like 4 loops technically, but I just call it 2 on each side, and single crochet across. And once you get to the end, you're going to turn your work so you're on the reverse side. Chain 1 and begin single crocheting around so that you can start working the waist of your skirt. This was all fine until I realized that it was leaving gaps the way I was doing it, so I went out and I unraveled the whole thing and then re-put in the single crochet, as you're about to see. Took it all out and going back over it again. This time going through the smaller loops, making sure even if I'm just pulling up one loop, that I'm going through one single loop and making a single crochet, just so that it's spaced out evenly and you don't have gapping holes around the side like I almost did. So I'm just gonna continue this around until I reach the end, and then I'm going to join with a slip stitch to the first stitch in the row, not the chain stitch, the first stitch only. So I'm coming up on the end of my single crochet. I've joined with a slip stitch, and now I'm chaining 3 or 4. I think I did 4 to start off this row of box stitches that's going to be next for where we're going to put a belt, I guess you could call it. We're going to be weaving it through the chains, and it's easier if we have a space through it. So to do that, you just chain up 3, go into the 3rd stitch from the hook, and then you're gonna double crochet, skip a space, chain 1, skip a space, and then double crochet in the next, and that's pretty much what you're doing all around. Just chaining up 3, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, making sure you're skipping a space in between each one. So yeah. So I'm just continuing this pattern all the way around until I reach the end of the loops that I'm doing, and you're going to join to the second chain of the first chain 4 or 3 or 4 that you did. If you did 3, it's fine either way. I chained 4 and I slip stitched into that second chain to join, and then I chained up 2. So this is what I have so far. It's just a basic row of a double crochet waistband and a box stitch. I'm now eating cereal and going to chain up 3, and I started to take it out because I messed up, but basically you just want to double crochet into each space and double crochet of the next row. So you just chain up 3 and you start your double crochet from there. Also making sure to turn your work so that your seam stays even and down the middle, because I noticed that when you don't turn your work it ends up kind of slanted, which has happened to me more than once. So speaking from experience, yes, we're just gonna continue this all the way around and I'll meet you back. You're just going to continue your double crochet in each row all the way around. When you get to the end of a row, slip stitch to the first chain of the row, first stitch of the row, chain up 2, turn your work and continue your double crochet, and I'll meet you guys back here when I've gotten further along. It's gonna take a while. So here I am coming to the end of the row of double crochet into the chain space and double crochet stitch of the previous row. I'm going to join with a slip stitch into the first stitch of the row, then chain up 3 and prepare for a double crochet, and continue your double crochets in the next round. Literally, this skirt is going to be a bunch of double crochet rows. I think I ended up with about 12 initial rows before I added the green. Don't mind me drinking my tea. I actually really like the tea. It's Earl Grey black tea, and I added honey and sugar. So yeah. So by now you should be well off with your double crochets around, double crocheting into each stitch around, joining at the first stitch of the row, chaining up to and turning your work, and continuing your next rows of double crochet. You're going to do this to as long as the length you want your skirt to be. I made mine a mini skirt as a mini bodycon skirt, and it really just depends how long you want it. I did about 12 rows of the regular white that you see me doing here, and then I switched off camera with the green. I did 2 rows after the white of green, and then I went back and did another 2 rows of white, a row of half double crochet green, and I ended it with a half double crochet white with a white edging around. Let me know if you would like a video tutorial on the edging I used in the comments. So I'm coming to the end of this tutorial for now. I will be having a part 2 for the bralette that you see at the end of the video. For the end of the skirt, I literally just ended it with the 12 rows of white that you see me having here. And then I went and I did 2 double crochet rows of green, 2 double crochet rows of white again, and 2 double crochet of green, and then I ended it with a white half double crochet and edging. Also, let me know if you want to see that edging in another tutorial in the comments below. For the belt portion of our skirt, I chained about 100, however many you need to fit around your waist, to weave through those little boxes, and you'll have your belt. I also added little green tassels to mine. There's plenty of tutorials for tassels, but if you would like to see one from me, make sure to comment and let me know. This is my very first video upload. I'm just getting started, but I appreciate everyone who takes the time out to watch my tutorial. Be sure to like and subscribe so you can see all the content I'll be uploading.